We got us Flupo gonna be first up over for the team 2, charging out an explosion immediately, hitting him with an I-beam as the mage trying to escape. Is gonna be able to blink out of the stun with Flupo, breaking out of the polymorph with their demon. Full burst out of explosion. Flupo with the blur, trying to see maybe if they can deny some of the damage through the touch of the Magi. Looks like explosion may be in a bit of trouble, trying to see if he can save the ice block, trying to see maybe if blinks will be enough to get away from the Flupo. Is gonna have to ice block it really early. As Flupo looking to slay that demon, take their soul, and increase his damage overall by like 20% or so. Trying to see if he can back away. Another demon spawning in. This man's luck on demon spawns has been absolutely incredible. Quick poly as he's trying to see if he can move around, but it's going to be the demon breaking him out for egg. This is a super unfortunate situation to be in. As long as there's a demon, he can essentially just can't CC Flupo as the man just cuts him down with annihilates back to back. Not much you could really do about it. That is super unfortunate. Flupo has been getting really lucky on these. Over for the team 1, maybe who's going to be worse than him? Maybe Chill Pills, maybe Kiosko, maybe Chicago. It looks like maybe possibly Plush. Over on team 2, we got ourselves Claws, we got ourselves Sins of Many. Looking to commit more sins, devouring these boys' souls into the void. We got ourselves Strand, we got ourselves Bummer, and Flupo holding the fort with Chill Pills charging out. We got the iconic Arthas versus Illidan duel here. Yoinking him back in. You ain't going anywhere. Quick stun into Flupo. Does have a trick. It does burn it with the stun reversal onto Chill Pills. We got himself AMS for the hunt. IBM for the damage of a Demon Hunter. And the DHC and all the defenses. Just looking to see if he can escape. I-Beam charging past Chill Pills. And Chill Pills looking to find himself a little bit of cover away from the blast of I-Beams. Blind onto Flupo, trying to see if he can blast him out. Actually, he's using Frost Strikes while facing away. He could Frost Strike into a blinded target. Very similar to a Paladin blind, where you could use Holy abilities while they're blinded. You could use Frost abilities while they're blinded. So you could go for Frost Strikes, which is Frost damage. Just cleave him without auto-attacking him. Turned away so you make sure he doesn't auto. Frost Strike run from the left side of his character, and then back up out of there. Which is actually kind of big. Gonna be a stun onto Flupo. Triple's trying to see if he can blast right through him. Got himself Obliteration build, trying to see if he can crack right through him. Silence onto Flupo. Maybe limited on his defenses. Does still have Metamorphosis. Should give him that versatility. I aim to follow as he gets interrupted. Stun as he gets gripped out of darkness, and Triple's does it. I'm cutting him down. Chopping him up with 2 one-handers. Taking him out. This Frost Death Knight duelist trying to see if he could bypass the Demon Hunter's shenanigans, the darknesses, the chaos. He's just trying to see if he can immune it with the power of Frost and anti-magic. Strand trying to see if he can give himself a little bit of that aspect of the eagle, but Chilpas does give himself enough cover so Strand can't really get a line inside of him. Trinket's out of that blind, could potentially give Chilpas an opportunity for a proper stun. Maybe try to see if he can lock down Strand. Does go for a strangulate, sending out the Frost Robe to breathe on him, I guess, to use some frosty breath onto Strand. Does amplify the Chilpa's mastery, especially since there's a pet that's also getting caught in the crossfire of that whelpling. Trying to go for back-to-back blitz with Frost Strikes, making sure the damage is as high as possible. If he has the Bone Grinder talent, after enough kill command or kill machine procs, he should be able to get 20% more frost damage, which would make his Frost Strikes hit quite a decent amount, honestly. Another stun. Strand may be in trouble. Obliterates and just gets cut down with Chilpas taking him down as soon as you Trinket. Chilpas has 2 opportunities to stun you. He got to strangulate, or you can go for the blind or what's winter stun. So you got ways to control your plenty. You got Chain of Ice back to back just to keep you from moving. Just try to see if you can wait for the next competitor. Sitting down, picking up some mana buns from my man Egg. Where did Egg die? Where did Egg die? Was it over here? My man Egg. He had himself a really bad matchup against the Demon Hunter, but at least he's supplying the boys with some mana buns. Who's up next? I think they're still trying to figure out who's going to be next. Either Claws, potentially Sins, maybe Bummer, another Demon Hunter on standby. Finally, Bummer getting the proper chance to play the game too. Chilpa slowing him down immediately with Chain of Ice, trying to control him as Bummer goes in for a Metamorphosis around the corner, leaping right on top of the Death Knight, blind with the stun. But Chilpa's does Bummer tricking it? He does. Blur does get a silence on that I-Beam, trying to see if he can go for the most amount of damage with this Annihilates and Demon Blades off of that Essence Break. But looks like Chilpa's was able to get some counter pressure onto the Demon Hunter, forcing him behind the pillar. Bummer's gonna have to be. Did he use Hunt earlier, or did his Hunt just get absorbed into AMS? Because if he already used Hunt, he may be limited on what he can do. Stun, but Chilpas catches him with nothing. Does he take him down right there? Maybe just letting the Dots Frost Fever burn him down potentially? As Bummer just has nothing left, needs himself whatever healing possible. But I think he just made him melt to dots. Wait, Frost Fever may just kill you here. No way, this man dies to the common. This man almost died to the common cold. Chillpus did get a strike there around the corner. 5 minutes into the duel, only 2% dampening. Now you have some healing reduction rolling into the arena. As Sinzamani closes the gap, Fear on Chillpus could potentially break out of it with a Lichborn. Does decide to Lichborn it. Silence cannot interrupt Sinzamani for the time being. Does drop down the Siphon, which gets cut down fairly quickly. Chillpus dropping down the anti-magic zone, trying to stay in the zone as best as it can. He's literally in the zone, getting rooted by... What is that root by Sinzamani? He got a new root ability. Big blaster damage onto the Shadow Priest, though, does disperse it. Trying to see if he can maybe disperse his atoms into a cloud of shadow and smoke. Obscure his body. Obscure his, I guess, vitality here away from Chills, who's just continuing to keep the onslaught, continuing the massacre. Looking together in ropes, but it's going to be Shadow Man for Sins. Got him some Dark Ascension, potentially Big Burst with a big blind, but Chillpus as he's trying to see if he can maybe get away from Sins. I don't know if the Shadow Priest has enough mobility, but at least can go for a little bit of healing. Try to deny any kind of burst for Sins. And that's interesting by Sins. I think, honestly, the main need to make it so the Dark Ascension is an instant cast. At least maybe give it like a PvP talent so you can make that ability instant. Similar to what Eruption instant cast. Trying to get away from Chillpus in terms of the Remorseless Winter, putting some dot silencer fall so you can't even grip him, trying to see if he can max out some damage, and Chillpus may be in a bit of trouble. Got him some full bar runic power, trying to see if he can catch up to Sins. Does go for an interrupt with an AMS to follow. Sins may be in a bit of a weird spot, needs to go for a Shadow Fiend if possible onto Chill, as Chill is going to go for a death pack, will not be able to do much healing. Silence on the Sins, may be limited on what they can do to survive, trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Do they have any more healing tools? Wrath Walk for Chillpus, getting himself out of those roots from the grasp. The Shadow Grasp of the Priest, trying to go for mind games, actually get himself free casting. Wait, does he run the new PvP talent where when you get interrupted on no cast at all, you're immune to interrupts and CC? He may be running one of the new PvP talents so he can get instant casting. Blind into Sins with a stun to follow. Has his burst back up, definitely needs to use it immediately. Disperse, oh no, as the second stun comes in. But Claws is going to be up next, 7 minutes into the duel. Claws with them thorns, wallets up immediately as Chillpus got himself the Pillar of Frost rolling in. He definitely needs to manage his own health the best as possible. Gonna be a full blaze onto the Frost Death, and his Claws just continue to sink into the nail and to Chillpus. Quick meme to follow in the death that may be known for the count. War Stop just to keep the CC rolling, sacrificing the goal, exploding it. In a nice green Viscera. Claws is trying to see if he can maybe just take down Chillpus little by little, bit by bit. He just needs to put some doubts on him, leave him alone. He needs to disengage with Chillpus if he wants to deny any death strikes. That's the only way Chillpus survives right now. Remorseless Winter, no ticket available for Claws. Got him so bear form. Better stay in that bear as best as possible. Might be enough for you to survive, potentially. Chillpus does not get the killing blow just yet, but Claws looking for a recovery. Still not out of the woods just yet. With the thorns to follow. Full berserk, full damage. Feral Frenzy onto Chillpus. Does catch him in a maim. Isn't enough damage though. Blind but chilled. And he's trying to go for a couple of frost strikes on the Claws. Thorns is still up on him. Maybe kill him right here. Potentially get himself AMZ to deal with the Thorns damage. Claws with a bar skin got himself a bit more survivability. Could be anyone's game at this point. That's going to bear for Feral Frenzy. That's going to be full Frenzy reach in as the Druid is able to recover quite a bit. Trying to give himself as much self-healing as possible. Does he have enough damage to shield? Next stun could be it. And I think Chillpus at the end did it. I think at the end Chillpus got himself that lucky Killer Machine crit and did it. Look at that healing by the 1.1 million healing by a Frost Death Knight. Should that even be allowed, chat? Should a non-hybrid class be allowed to heal for that much in a 5v5 duels or anywhere? Because imagine this in arena. Imagine you're queuing some solo queue and you see your Frost Death Knight on the team and it's just unkillable.